Welcome inside the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of 2024 Woodbat Classic here from Pocatello, Idaho, as the Outlaws will take on Madison here in about 15 minutes. I'm Aaron Poling. We'll be joined shortly by Dan Hubbard. Thank you for joining us here from Pocatello, Idaho in day 2 of this tournament. We have been broadcasting all of the games live on mylocalradio.com. So if you want to check out some more baseball, feel free to check us out there as the Outlaws will take on Madison. Outlaws are 0-2 in the tournament so far. Looking to bounce back against the Madison team that they lost to the Bruins early on, and I think this is going to be a fun matchup. The Outlaws looking to bounce back after a tough day yesterday. When we come back, we will talk more about today's matchup. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
At Y-High, we are with you is more than just 3 simple words. It encompasses the principles we live by to serve our members and local communities. So if you're looking to keep your banking relationships local with a partner who will always be there for you, look to us. We're Y-High. We're Wyoming. We're with you. Visit yhigh.org to learn how you can be a part of something bigger today.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Book your next event at Aspen Cinemas. Make it your own with corporate or family parties, birthdays, video game nights, or personal screenings of new movies. They're all available. With affordable pricing and easy booking, you can make your next event stand out at Aspen Cinemas. Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846. Book your event today at Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846.
The very best place to stay when you visit Evanston, Wyoming is the Best Western Dunmar Inn. This amazing hotel is located on 10 beautiful acres and offers clean, comfortable rooms with amazing beds, a fitness center, an outdoor pool, open in the summer, and a wonderful on-site restaurant that provides a complimentary breakfast with every stay, all at an affordable rate. Whenever your travels bring you to Evanston, Wyoming, make all your room reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, 1601 Harrison Drive.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast booth. Everything else is just internet, as we're in the middle of the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. The Outlaws will be the home team in this contest. Or excuse me, they'll be the away team, I'm sorry, as they're about to hit. Let's go over the starting lineups. First, for the Evanston Outlaws, Ryder Wilson will play center field, bat first. Walker Wilson on the mound, batting second. Gavin Oliver at short, batting third. Braxton Bauer cleaning up, playing first. Jackson Osborne behind the plate, bats fifth. Breckenrich will play third, batting sixth. Tyson Bateman in the 7-hole, playing right field. Jaden Winley batting eighth, playing second base. And Damian Common will play left field, batting ninth. They will face the pitcher, Elise Gordo, out of Madison. Outlaws looking to get off to a better start here, as they kind of had a tough day yesterday in the couple of games they played. They were able to scratch across a couple of runs in the second game. We're awaiting the official start of this contest. It's a pleasure to welcome Dan Hubbard into the Union Broadcast booth. Dan, how you doing?
Good to be here. Happy to be along with you. Always good to see the Evanston Outlaws.
Absolutely. Ryder Wilson will step into the box, and we are underway.
Starting a couple minutes earlier, like you mentioned, Elin. It's 10:23. Or Elin, I'm sorry, Aaron.
Swing and a miss by Ryder Wilson as he attacked the first pitch in the nightcap last night, hit a double to lead off the game, swings through that one, 0-1. Gordo into the motion, kicks, deals the pitch. Breaking ball misses above the zone, 1-1. First pitch, 10:23. Keep that in mind, as we do have a 2-hour time limit. Will not start an inning after 2 hours. 1-1, misses outside, 2-1 to Ryder Wilson.
Blue skies with a couple of little white wispy clouds still making its way through the area, and 75 degrees at first pitch.
3-1 as that pitch misses outside. Wilson in a good hitter's count here. See if Gordo decides to come inside. If he does, if you're Wilson, you want to take a rip here. Kick, steals the pitch. It's a strike at the bottom of the zone, 3-2. It's really a beautiful day outside. I mean,
can't complain, not at all.
Yeah, the weather's been awesome here in Pocatello. The payoff pitch bounces into the turf for a leadoff walk for Ryder Wilson. That'll bring up Walker Wilson with a runner on first. Nobody out here to start the game. As Wilson makes his way over to Braxton Bauer, that's going to run over there and collect the gear from Ryder Wilson. Cleanup hitter and cleans up after the base runners. This brings up Walker Wilson. Gordo comes set, holds at the waist, delivers. Swing and a miss at a fastball in the inner third. 0-1. It'll be interesting to see if the Outlaws get the base runners going early here with Ryder Wilson. Good speed over there at first. Want to test the catcher from Madison to see what his arm looks like. Gordo comes set. Checks that runner at first, the 0-1. It's a nice breaking ball in the inner third. For a strike, 0-2. Gavin Oliver stands on deck.
Gordo is normally their center fielder.
As Walker Wilson steps back in, the 0-2. Strike three called on the outside corner for out number one. We'll bring up Gavin Oliver. As I think the way the catcher caught that ball, he kind of stabbed at it towards the ground, makes it a little more deceptive, as that pitch did look like it was at the knees. Kind of talked a little bit all weekend about catchers framing the ball, and sometimes how you can frame a ball to a strike. Sometimes you could frame a strike to a ball, and that looked like one of those chances that it might have happened. As Gordo comes set, first pitch to Oliver. Hits him, as the Outlaws will now have runners on first and second for Braxton Bauer. Looked like that's just a breaking ball that slipped out of the hand, slipped out of the hand and just got away from him. This will bring up Bauer. Yesterday during the Outlaws game, we talked about his approach, that he likes to try to go to right center field, and Yesterday he was taking some hacks early on. Let's see if he continues that here as he was swinging hard at the first pitch. Gordo's going to pick off back to second, and he is out. That's the second time in as many games that an Outlaws runner has been picked off of second base.
You know, the thing is, I'm not sure that ball was exactly where Gordo wanted to put it, because the shortstop who was sneaking in behind him to cover, he was falling away, and I think he kind of fell into the tag more than anything else.
Runner on first, 2 down for Bauer. Gordo comes set, delivers. Just off the plate outside, 1-0. That's kind of a momentum killer too, especially you have 2 of your first 3 runners reach, your cleanup hitter with a runner in scoring position. Base hit's probably going to score one, and now you need one in the gap. Pick over to first, Oliver back in time. And that's just something that's really hurt the Outlaws all year, is just base path errors like that. The 1-0 to Bauer. Swing and a miss. He took a healthy cut at that one. 1-1.
I got a chance to talk to Nick Small before the game for a few minutes, and he was still going back and talking about the games they played last weekend and how, you know, the game can be so fickle. You can look so good one weekend and really struggle the next.
The 1-1's in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher, Mortensen. Not far enough for Oliver to advance. 2-1. Because they went 4-0 last weekend, and not just 4-0, but 4-0 with pumping the 2 teams that they played. And then you turn around this weekend, and it just seems like mistakes have happened that look like they got them out of their system. The 2-1 misses outside, 3-1.
Yeah, he said they outscored the teams they played something like 84-7 or something ridiculous like that. And then they come here to Pocatello, and all of a sudden the runs are very hard to come by.
The pitch misses inside as Braxton Bauer draws a 2-out walk. As we are going to get a conversation on the mound, and while they do that, we're going to take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your financial future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partner. With offices in Pocatello at 450 East Day Street, Suite 450, and a new office location in Preston at 713 South 4th East Street in Suite 200, you could set your appointment online at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. We want to thank them for sponsoring this, because without them, none of this would be possible.
You know, this visit to the mound, as the coach for Madison goes out to visit, it brings up a very interesting situation for today for the Bobcats, in that they can't go very deep into their bench. Why? Because they have one guy sitting on the bench. They have 10 players for today's game. So you wonder, okay, what happens if they do get into pitching trouble? Who's going to come in? They only have 10 guys here because there's a football camp today, and their summer basketball program is also playing this weekend as well. So he had to wait till about 10 minutes before first pitch to finally put a lineup together.
First pitch to Jackson Osborne misses high, ball 1. Osborne opportunity here to give the Outlaws a lead. And now that pickoff, not to harp on it, but it'd be bases loaded, 1 down. That's really huge in the inning. The 1-0. Strike on the outside corner. 1-1. And it always kind of just seems like it's a rally killer when you get a runner picked off, especially because it doesn't seem to happen real often. As Gordo comes set, checks the runner at second, the 1-1. Swung on, fouled straight back. As that looked like that was going to go right into Dan Hubbard's hand. There wasn't a net there.
The magnet, man, right there.
Had faith in you. 2 down in the inning. 1-2 the count. Osborne looking to protect here. Gordo comes set, staring at Gavin Oliver. Comes to the plate. Swinging a chopper down the third base line. That's going to go foul. Nick Small showing off little soccer skills there as he kicks that ball away. I think the third baseman, Mettenson, had that ball, and then Coach Small maybe just doesn't want to get his hands on it. Maybe he doesn't want him to field the ball. Don't let him get into that rhythm, It's like, goaltending in basketball, and you don't want a team to score. That pitch misses high. 2-2. Boy, wow, I can't believe Patrick Ewing, that's the name that I was trying to think of. When Georgetown was in the championship game, he just jumped up, goaltended 4 straight shots. Didn't want the team to get in the rhythm. That's what Coach Small's doing right there. 2-2, 2 outs, top of the first inning. The pitch. It's a breaking ball, misses outside as now it's 3-2. This will unleash the runners from both bases, gives Gavin Oliver an extra start on a base hit. You have to think with him going on the pitch that a base hit will score. The pitch misses inside as Jackson Osborne draws a walk.
Now how big is that pickoff? That would have been a run over for the Outlaws. As now the walk to Oliver loads the bases.
This will bring up Breckenridge. Had himself quite the day yesterday in Game 1, 2 for 3 with a triple and a single. Last year in Elko, we used a wood bat as well. He seems to like that wood bat. First pitch swinging at a fastball in the outside corner. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
I know the Outlaws will be in Elko coming up in a couple of weeks again this year for that Elko tournament. Is that another wood bat tournament?
That is absolutely a wood bat tournament. The 0-1 misses low, 1-1.
So you're telling me I need to bring all my wood bat stories with me?
Absolutely. As myself and Dan Hubbard will both be in Elko, as we'll have all of the games from the main field in Elko for that tournament, as we're going to have plenty of time to get to those wood bat stories. The 1-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2. 1-2 the count, 2 outs in the inning. Oliver on third, walked. Bauer on second, walked. Osborne, well, the pinch runner running for Osborne after Osborne reached on a walk. The pitch is a fastball above the zone, swing and a miss as the Outlaws load the bases but do not score. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Tune in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the Pocatello Wood Bat Classic.
Distracted driving is dangerous, but some people just can't seem to help themselves. There's the steering wheel propper, the sneak-a-peeker, the fast scroller, the nightlighter. And it's not long until they become the fender benderer, the got-a-ticketer, the veering off the road, the driver who kills someone. Enough with the phones already. Just put them down.
At Reese Auto Service in Lyman, you will find highly skilled mechanics who will get the job done right the first time. They work on anything from light line jobs of tire alignments, suspension work, and oil changes to heavy line jobs of engine replacement, differentials, and all powertrain components. Make sure all your recreational vehicles are working at top speed by getting them checked at Reese Auto Service in Lyman so your time having fun doesn't end early. Reese Auto Service, 541 State Highway 413, Lyman.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth. In the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. To apologize for that. I don't know why I did that. I just muted myself in the middle of my intro. It's been a long, well, I was going to say long morning, but if we've only been here for 2 hours, I can't use that excuse yet.
You know, there's a lot of people out there around listening around Evanston to say you sound a lot better when you're muted.
Yeah, no, they're probably right, to be honest with you. I still don't really know how I'm here. I just kind of like fumble my way through my days just to continue to work, and somehow they keep letting me. Let's go over the lineup for Madison. Leading off is Josh Haslam playing center. Elise Gordo on the mound, batting second. Tanner Johnson in the 3-hole playing first. Tragan Mettenson, the third baseman, will bat fifth. Mace Mortensen, the catcher, will bat fifth. Jace Luan will bat sixth, playing shortstop. Easton Holloway will play left field, batting seventh. Cam Nielsen at second, bats eighth, and Russell Nowak, batting ninth, will play right field as they will face Walker Wilson on the mound. As Walker comes set, kicks, delivers his first pitch. The strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And like a lot of these outlaw pitchers for Walker, it's important for him to find the zone. When they're in the zone, they are much better than obviously when they miss. Walks have been a killer for the Outlaws this year. Swinging a line drive right at Gavin Oliver for out number 1 as he puts it away at short.
Hit it right on the screws, and Oliver never had to move. Hit right at him.
That's when you're an infielder, there's nothing better than to just catch the ball like it's a perfect throw to your chest.
A lot of times those balls hit right at you on a line. they come at you and they're kind of knuckling. You never know exactly which way they're going to go.
Wilson comes set. First pitch swinging is Gordo as he floats that one out into center field for a base hit. 1 on, 1 out in the inning. Let's go over some stats for Walker Wilson as he's pitched a total of 12 innings. Excuse me, sorry about that. Started 4 games. He's 1-2. He's allowed 22 runs, 17 earned, 21 walks, 17 punch-outs, an ERA 9.917. And with the innings pitched, that ERA, if you have one bad outing, it's going to elevate pretty quickly. Here's Tanner Johnson. Runner goes. The throw down to second is going to elude Gavin Oliver. Good backup there by Windley. Stolen base for Gordo. Gordo on second after a single and a stolen base. Tanner Johnson ahead in the count, 1-0. Walker Wilson comes set, delivers. That's low. Good stop by Osborne behind the plate. He got a workout yesterday as Outlaws pitching were pretty erratic, but Jackson Osborne, after his outing on the mound, behind the plate, he was stellar for the Outlaws. Wilson comes set. The 2-0 pitch, excuse me. Outside, 3-0. You're on the mound. You just have to one pitch at a time. Get back into this one. 3-0 the count. Comes set. Holds at the waist. The pitch. Looks like he went breaking ball there. It's going to skip away from Osborne as Gordo will go down to third base. There's runners on first and third. Nobody out. 3-0 breaking ball. I'm not sure I've seen that real often. That'll bring up Mettinson, the catcher, or the third baseman, excuse me.
This Madison team is tough. They have a great program up there at Madison High School up in the northern Idaho area that they come from, up there in Rexburg. Yeah, they have a good school. It's a big school. It's a 5A school, so they have a lot of individuals to choose from to make up their teams, and it makes the competition to actually make the team that much stronger.
First pitch strike from Wilson. He goes. Runner goes to second. Osborne fakes down to third as that pitch was called a strike. 0-2 to Mettinson. Runners on second and third. 1 down in the inning.
And as far as the team goes, in the regular school year, they are always near the top as far as numbers and wins and losses go in their division.
The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball in the outside corner as Wilson freezes him there for out number 2. That's a big strikeout in the inning. That brings up Mace Mortensen, the catcher. Runners on second and third. 2 outs in the inning. First pitch misses outside for a ball. 1-0. Osborne had to slide to his right to snare that one. This Madison team was part of one of the best games of the tournament opening night. Unfortunately, probably a game they'd like to forget. They jumped out to a 7-2 lead over the Bruins as the 1-0 pitch misses outside. 2-0. Fortunately for them, the Bruins came back and rallied to win that one 10-7, as it's been one of the better games of the tournament so far. Walker Wilson looks in. Gets the sign, holds at the waist. The 2-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 2-1. It's a really good 2-0 pitch. You don't necessarily want to try to groove it down the middle. You want to pick a third of the plate and try to attack it. He chose the outside third there. As he comes set, delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball at the knees, 2-2.
That's the way that Don Drysdale always attacked things. He said, look, I own a third of the plate at any given pitch. What your problem is you don't know which third is going to come on which pitch.
The 2-2. Swinging a ground ball to third. Rich Fields fires it across in time for out number 3 as Madison threatens but do not score, as we'll head to the top of the second inning tied 0-0 on the Modern Woodmen of America scoreboard. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network, tuning in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well.
Out here, we've always worked remote. Out here, stress usually refers to the pull on a rope. Where a stroll in the city is also a stroll in the great outdoors. Where work is a way of life, and life is good. Out here, the backyards are big, and the deals, they're even bigger. This is Southwestern Wyoming, and it's where you can get the biggest deals on a vehicle you want with plenty of hometown hospitality. Heritage Auto, your hometown dealer with the biggest deals.
Friends don't let friends drink bad coffee. Come visit For Pete's Sake for fresh-made coffee, an amazing menu of home-cooked meals, and great company. Visit For Pete's Sake on the corner of 9th and Main, downtown Evanston.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth. Aaron Poling and Dan Hubbard coming to you live from the Woodbat Classic here in Pocatello, Idaho. It's just been a fun tournament so far as they put this one on every year. Outlaws tied with Madison 0-0 as we head to the top of the second inning. Outlaws looking to get on the board after they had the bases loaded with 2 outs in the top of the first inning, but I think they're going to look back at that half inning and think that was a missed opportunity for their offense to break open.
Yep, you can't squander opportunities like that, not against another good team. Although both of these teams come in at 0-2 on the tournament and looking to get at least one win on their side before the pairings for elimination rounds that start tomorrow morning come out later tonight and into early tomorrow morning.
You have to probably imagine for the Outlaws, it's kind of the way they've lost the 2 games. They're probably going to be on the silver side. They'll be at Hawthorne, I think.
Yeah.
Until if they make it all the way to the silver championship game, then they'll play here again. But just with the way the first 2 games went, it's probably silver, the silver bracket for the Outlaws. That'll bring up Tyson Bateman, as followed by Jaden Windley, Damian Common. The 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Outlaws as they will face the pitcher Gordo as he starts his second inning of work. Wheels and deals, swing and a miss, as Bateman didn't really look like he was committed to that swing at a fastball below the zone, 0-1. Gordo was effectively wild in that first inning as he delivers the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball in the outside corner, 0-2. Bateman was behind that fastball. You have to imagine he's probably getting another one here. Kicks, deals the pitch. Indeed he did. He swings through it for strike 3. 3 pitches, 1 strikeout for out number 1.
Gordo made 12 appearances during the regular school season for the Highland Bobcats up there at Highland High School. He had a 4.44 ERA on the year and worked in a total of 23 2/3 innings of work.
His first pitch to Windley, a strike. Looks like he's starting to settle in. He was a little wild and erratic that top of the first inning here. He's delivered 4 straight strikes, looking for a 5th on the way. He's going to get it after that ball is fouled over the first base dugout, not a play, 0-2. Windley had himself quite the day yesterday, a couple of hits. Looks like he's really starting to settle in at second base. It's a big adjustment, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts, as Dan kind of on the precipice of possible baseball history right now. If you're Damian Common, you want to try to end that. I've always felt like being on the hitting side of an immaculate inning has to be one of the worst feelings in baseball.
Yeah. You get somebody who's locked in like that.
First pitch swing and popped up first base side as it's going to get out of play.
There goes the immaculate inning.
Well, it's still a strike, isn't it? I mean, if he strikes him out on 9 pitches, I think it's still considered, isn't it?
I thought it was swings and misses.
It might be. But, I mean, if you could get 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches, even if it's not technically an immaculate inning, it's still a super impressive feat, especially after he walked 4 in the opening inning. Gordo climbs back on the rubber, works from that first base side, winds up the pitch. Misses low as we can get rid of all that talk. It's a good take there from Damian Common. As he'll step back in, Gordo obliges the 1-1. Swinging a fly ball out into right field. Nowak takes a couple steps back, comes back into his left as that ball really tailed back away from him towards the foul line, but makes the play for out number 3. Outlaws go 3 up, 3 down here in the top half of the second. We'll move to the bottom half. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. 0-0 on the Modern Woodman of America scoreboard.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
It's lunchtime, and I'm stuck at the office.
Jackalope. The big game is on. I can't miss it just to pick up groceries.
Jackalope.
Mom, I need supplies for my school project.
Jackalope.
Doing the hopping for your shopping. Jackalope Delivery. 307-679-7174.
Jackalope.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth in the middle of the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball at the Pocatello Woodbat Classic online at mylocalradio.com. All a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Also want to thank you for tuning in on 99.1 The Big Dog back home in Evanston. 0-0 on the Modern Woodman of America scoreboard. Outlaws in Madison tied. Outlaws had the bases loaded in the top half of the first inning. They actually drew 4 walks, but were unable to score. Walker Wilson back to work for his second inning. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. And if I'm a pitcher, I think I'm going to abuse that pitch all day. As that pitch looked like it might have been a generous outside corner for Wilson. But here comes the 0-1. Tries to find the edge of it there with a breaking ball. It goes a little bit too far outside, 1-1.
If you can find that line that the umpire will follow for the outside corner, and then live out there all day.
Here comes the 1-1 as that smokes Anthony Natali in the dugout. He appears to be no worse for wear. There's a couple of bars in between. As that sent a couple of Outlaws scattering, it appears to be all right. Makes count 1-2. As everyone's checking on him, he appears to be fine. As Wilson comes set, the 1-2. Breaking ball hit on the ground to second. Windley ranges to his left. Fields fires across for the out, as that's out number 1. A little bit of concern down there in the dugout, as that was not a soft foul ball into the dugout. That one had some steam coming off of it. Looks like everyone's all right.
Well, all the kids want to stand there at that railing in the steps in the stairway. If they move back about 3 steps and then a few steps to their left, there's netting in front of them.
Wilson comes set. Pitching to Easton Holloway. Misses outside 1-0.
Yeah. That netting is generally there for their safety and to appease the insurance company.
Yeah. Who needs safety when you can just eat one in the chest? The 1-0.
Be like Hulk Hogan and show how tough you are.
Breaking ball, 1-1 on the outside corner, brother. Here comes Walker Wilson's 1-1 pitch. Another breaking ball just outside is Walker Wilson's, I think, trying to feel out that outside corner. And he's kind of flirting with how far you can go. And like you mentioned earlier, I really love that from a pitcher. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball in the inner third. 2-2, because then it makes that fastball on the inside. Not really looking for that pitch after you go 3 straight outside.
And if you stay there, you consistently throw that pitch a couple of times to where the umpire will call them strikes.
As the 2-2 misses low, 3-2.
Then you can start to experiment and see how much wider you can make that. And before you know it, instead of just being 1 ball off the edge, now all of a sudden it's 2 or 3, and you're getting an extra 4 or 5 inches off the outside edge.
Wilson comes set. Payoff pitch. Misses outside, ball 4.
There was one umpire that when I was growing up we used to always get behind home plate, and I loved it because by the time the game was over, he would give me 6 or 7 inches off the plate. I would just keep expanding that zone and making him look wider and wider. And by the time the game was over, I had his vision, 6 inches to each side of the plate.
Wilson's going to pick off as Cam Nielsen, the second baseman, walks to the plate for his first at-bat. And, it's funny because if you just keep filling the zone consistently, umpires will start to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's important to fill the zone early. I mean, outside of not walking people, but you can get yourself a few strike calls later on as Wilson's going to pick off again. Holloway back in time.
There's nothing more difficult than retraining an umpire's eye after you come out in the first couple of innings and struggle to throw strikes.
Mm-hmm. It's Wilson. Delivers. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1.
You talk about pitchers complaining about umpires squeezing them, shrinking up the strike zone. That's generally because you didn't give them something to call early on, and they got used to looking at pitches they call balls.
The 0-1. Strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Nicely done there from Wilson.
And by the way, these are nightmares that I lived through in my in high school and junior college.
Wilson is going to pick off before the 0-2. This is one of those things where I think on the mound you can see it when it's happening, when the umpire starts to expand the zone. And, I've umpired games before, and I've had to catch myself the 0-2 pitch outside, 1-2. I've had to catch myself telling a catcher, hey, man, you're like setting up in the left-handed batter's box. If you're going to try to expand the zone, let's get it back at least over towards the plate. Wilson checks on that runner at first. Holloway reached on a walk. The 1-2. In the dirt, skips in. Osborne can't find it. Runner's going to advance to second base on the wild pitch, 2-2.
I can remember a couple of games specifically that I pitched in and struggled with my control early on. And by the time I got to the third or fourth inning, the umpire was so used to not looking at a pitch that it wasn't going to be a strike that I could literally throw a fastball down the middle, belt high, middle of the plate, and he called a ball.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball in the outer third for out number 2.
And I'm not saying that was a good pitch, by the way. I'm not saying that the umpire's fault for squeezing me. I'm saying that because I didn't have good control early on in the game, I set the umpire up to be that way.
This brings up the 9-hitter, Nowak. Playing right field. If you're Walker Wilson, you want to get out of it here. Don't want to see the top of the order with runners on. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. As it's been an inning-long discussion, and the only reason is because Walker Wilson keeps doing it. We keep bringing it up. It's been a great job here by Walker in the second inning, really executing on that outside corner of the plate. Checks that runner at second, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2, as that one was on the inner third. And when you throw the ball consistently outside, it kind of opens up that inner part of the plate too. 0-2 the count as Walker Wilson looks in, gets the sign, comes set, delivers. It's in the dirt. It's going to skip away from Osborne as that runner will advance to third on the wild pitch. 1-2.
Like you mentioned, that is kind of the other benefit to being able to paint the outside edge, is now the hitter realizes that the umpire is going to call that a strike, so he has to protect it, so he's going to tend to dive out over the plate. Well, then you can buzz the fastball inside, and he's going to jam himself, and at best he's just going to thumb a ball down to the third baseman.
1-2 pitch. That one came inside, fouled off. Might want to check that. That didn't sound fun off the bat. Also with the wood bat too, it's an advantage as well because you get that ball inside. If it's not hit on the sweet spot of a wood bat on the inner part of it, it's not really going to go very far. You're going to get yourself a lot of pop-outs that way. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up, over the first base dugout, out, not a play.
It's a good battle here.
This is what you want out of the bottom of your order in Nowak. He fell behind 0-2 to a couple of really, really good pitcher-friendly pitches. Now he's just trying to battle and see if he can get something he can handle. Your Wilson still ahead, 1-2. The pitch. Misses low, 2-2. Josh Haslam waits on deck. He lined out his first time up. He's the top of the order. As Wilson delivers on the 2-2. Painted on the outside corner for strike 3 as Walker Wilson gets his third punch out of the game. He walks one batter, but is able to pitch around it. We head to the top of the Uinta Iron Vision third inning as the Outlaws in Madison are tied 0-0. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Hiking in the summer, hunting in the fall, and sledding in the winter are a vital part of living in Lyman, Wyoming. Visiting the Historic Heritage Park with its splash pad and updated playground are a must for summertime activities. Visit the new Frisbee Golf Course and make new memories with your family and friends. The town of Lyman is a quiet, peaceful place with some of the best residents in the state. Stop in today and make some new friends and memories that will last forever.
Dad, I feel like I got something in my eye.
Let me have a look. Natural protective features of the eye, such as eyebrows, eyelids, eyelashes, and tears, are not always enough. I've been helping people for 14 years removing anything from metal, glass, or plastic from their eyes. I've even removed a bug that flew into my own eye. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we can help you find the perfect eye protection for playing sports or performing hazardous work to help prevent eye injuries.
Call Uinta Eye and Vision today to schedule your appointment to protect your precious eyesight. Uinta Eye and Vision, 307-789-3937.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth. Everything else is just internet. So you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog, all part of the My Local Radio Sports Network here at the Pocatello Woodbat Classic, as it's been a fun tournament so far, fun game so far, especially if you enjoy pitchers duels, kind of the way I figured. I think you enjoy them kind of the way I do as well, as it's been a lot of fun between Gordo and Walker Wilson as he'll face Ryder Wilson to start the inning. Gordo's first pitch misses outside, ball one.
Yeah, you talk about enjoying pitching, and there's actually a couple of things that happened on this date in baseball history that really looks at the beauty of pitching.
The 1-0 misses outside, back-to-back breaking balls outside.
If you go all the way back to 1905, Christy Mathewson of the old New York Giants, he pitched his second career no-hitter. He beat the Cubs on this date in 1905, 1-0 in Chicago.
That pitch misses low, 3-0. As you know what's funny? I'm fairly certain I had that one pulled up as well. Yes, I did. You beat me to it.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. The 3-0 on the ground to the third baseman, as that's an out. As that's a nice play over there by Mettenson. Ryder Wilson took a hack on a 3-0 swing, hits it on the ground, and
as long as I stole that one, I'll steal this one as well. It was on this date in 1912, 8 years after Matheson tossed that no-hitter, that he won his 300th game on this date in 1912. And as everybody knows these days, that 300 wins just about guarantees you a spot in Cooperstown.
Pitch misses low, 1-0. And back to that at bat from Ryder Wilson.
Yeah.
That was 3 pitches that had missed outside of the zone that weren't particularly close, as the 1-0 to Walker on the way. Swung on, fouled straight back. I know that they want to be aggressive and they're trying to find a way to manufacture runs, but I think in that situation that's got to be a take. I understand wanting to be aggressive and wanting to give your leadoff guy an opportunity to do some damage, but you need runners and you need base runners right now in the baddest way possible. You don't have a hit yet. The only base runners you've had are via the walk. So I think that was an opportunity for the Outlaws to try to steal a runner. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. That started in the zone, breaks off the table away, 1-2.
Another guy who won his 300th game on this date was back in 2003 when Roger Clemens won his 300th game. Took him several tries to do it, as he lost 4 games in a row looking for his 300th.
Fastball in the inner third catches Walker Wilson looking for his second strikeout of the game. That is now 5 punch-outs in the contest for Gordo. He's really settled in since that erratic first inning. Brings up Gavin Oliver. He walked his first time up, or he was hit by a pitch, excuse me. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball below the zone, 0-1.
Yeah, so Clemens beat the Cardinals on this date 5-2 in a interleague matchup for his 300th win of his career.
That pitch swung on and missed, 0-2, as Gordo continues to be electric out there on the mound. Oliver back into the box. Gordo into the windup. The pitch. Breaking ball that's tapped towards first base. Gordo off the mound, springs, flips it over to first for the out. Little pitcher fielding practice there for Gordo as he makes a fine play. As that'll do it for us here in the top of the UNT Iron Vision third inning, where our vision is to improve yours. When we come back, we'll have the bottom of the third inning. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. All a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Top of the lineup due up for Madison when we come back.
Auto, home, life, renters, and business all have one thing in common. They all need insurance. Choosing the right agent is always hard. Choose the agent that takes a professional and individual approach to each client. At Farmers Insurance in Lyman, you will find that agent. Farrell is a down-to-earth person who loves hunting, fishing, and above all, his family. Come in and visit him and his friendly staff for a quote today at 37 Mountain Meadow Street, Suite B in Lyman.
At Y-Hi, we are with you is more than just 3 simple words. It encompasses the principles we live by to serve our members and local communities. So if you're looking to keep your banking relationships local with a partner who will always be there for you, look to us. We're Y-Hi. We're Wyoming. We're with you. Visit yhi.org to learn how you can be a part of something bigger today.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball. Online at mylocalradio.com, all part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. As we are here at the Pocatello Woodbat Classic, Outlaws and Madison tied 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Walker Wilson back to the mound for his third inning of work. As first pitch strike called, 0-1. And, you know, Walker Wilson, we talked about last weekend, he threw a no-hitter against Rollins, a 5-inning no-hitter, as they were able to run rule Rollins in that game. For Wilson, that could be really a turning point, as he also struck out double digits in that game, the 1-1. Swing and ground ball to short. Oliver to his left field, fires across the infield, as it is in time as Braxton Bauer makes a nice stretch to make the play.
That's a nice play by Bauer to go up and get the ball and keep a toe on the bag.
Got surprising agility for a big man, which really sounds like a backhanded compliment, but he's quick. You can kind of tell that he played offensive line when he was in high school for Evanston, just because he's got that foot quickness. He's not going to beat you down the line for 90 feet, but he's quick enough to where he can make things happen, and he's got good footwork around that bag. This brings up Elise Gordo, has the only hit in the contest, 1-for-1. First pitch swing popped up to the right side as Bateman comes on, puts that away for out number 2.
So you're talking about Walker throwing the no-hitter. One thing that'll teach you is I guarantee you he didn't nibble in that no-hitter. He was aggressive and went after hitters. And you get that mindset that if I be aggressive and I go after guys, good things will happen. And so far, that's kind of what's happened so far here today is he's locked in a scoreless tie here into the bottom of the third.
This brings up Tanner Johnson, walked his first at bat. Wilson fires, that misses low, 1-0.
I'm not moving the camera, am I? Okay. Just trying to adjust things here to make sure we have plenty of shade on the equipment, and I bumped the camera.
The 1-0 misses inside. 2-0 now to Johnson. Walker Wilson comes set, works exclusively from the stretch on the first base side of the rubber, the 2-0 pitch. Misses low, 3-0. As you hear Walker, just take a deep breath. You've been throwing the ball very, very well. Now's not a time to get upset or get angry. Just continue to do what you were doing. As a 3-0 swing, fouled straight back. So it's going to skip into the parking lot. Probably cause some property damage, but my car is on the other side, so I don't really care. Not that I don't care, but it's just my car can't get hit. Wilson comes set, 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball in the outer third. 3-2. Good job getting back into this count.
Got aggressive and challenged him.
Like to see him do the same thing right here.
Absolutely.
Comes set, the payoff pitch. Swing and a floater to the right side. Bauer comes in and makes the play on the run, as that is a 1-2-3 inning for Walker Wilson. As we head to the top of the 4th inning, that was the bottom of the UNCI Vision 3rd inning, where our vision is to improve yours. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. All a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Tuning in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well. 0-0 on the Modern Woodman of America scoreboard. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, Dad, can I go play outside?
Yes, you can, but don't forget your sunglasses. Did you know that sunglasses with UV protection can help lower your risk of eye calluses, early cataracts, and macular degeneration? At Uinta Eye and Vision, we can help you find the perfect pair of prescription or non-prescription sunglasses from companies like Ray-Ban, Oakley, Maui Jim, and more. Call Uinta Eye and Vision today to protect your eyes from the sun.
Uinta Eye and Vision, 307-789-3937. Uinta Eye and Vision, 789 eyes.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Hey, Dad, can I go play outside?
Yes, you can, but don't.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth. In the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. As if you can believe it, we are already in the 4th inning of a 0-0 game, as there have been 1 hit combined between the two teams. The guy on the mound for Madison was the guy with the hit, as Gordo's first pitch to Braxton Bowers, that nasty breaking ball, starts on the table, rolls off 0-1 as Bowers swings over it.
Yeah, we're only about 30 minutes in to get to the 4th inning.
The 0-1. This is outside, 1-1. This is Commissioner Rob Manfred's best dream that he could ever have. It's exactly what he wants in the game of baseball, just quick action and just a lot of fun. I mean, if you love a pitcher's duel, this is the game for you. 1-1 the pitch. Misses low, 2-1.
Yeah, we're talking about pitchers being aggressive and getting good results. Ron Hasse is the only guy in Major League history, only catcher in Major League history that has caught 2 perfect games.
That pitch is a swing and a miss, 2-2, as that's got to be one of the best stats I've ever heard in baseball, the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called at the top of the zone on the inside corner for out number 1, as Gordo continues to dominate on the mound, as they'll bring up Jackson Osborne. Nobody on, 1 out here in the inning.
The thing is those perfect games could not be more diametrically opposite than each other. The guys who threw those games were El Presidente, Dennis Martinez, and Lim Barker, the old Cleveland Indian, as the pitch is inside ball 1.
That's
Dennis Martinez, when he was with the Expos, when he threw the perfect game at Dodger Stadium against the Dodgers, he could have thrown the ball with it blindfolded and eyes closed and would have found the strike zone. He was that locked in that day.
The 1-0 misses outside, 2-0 as Osborne ahead in the count. Here comes the pitch. With a strike right down the middle, 2-1.
Lim Barker, on the other hand, struggled. Went very deep in the count to just about every hitter without giving up a hit or a walk, but just about couldn't throw any more pitches than he did.
The 2-1 misses low, 3-1. I was going to say, it's hard to hear the word perfect game and struggled in the same sentence.
Exactly.
But, when you go deep into counts like that, I can see that. The pitch swung on the ground, down the first base line, foul. And it's now 3-2. Top of the 4th, 1 down in the inning. Got a full count to Jackson Osborne. Outlaws need base runners. They have had 4 runners already in the game. They had 4 walks in the first inning, but were unable to push across to run. Wind up the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back as Osborne stays alive, 3-2. And you know, Dan, not to be superstitious or anything, we kind of look across to the column towards that hit or that H spot on the scoreboard, 3-2 pitch. That swung on, fouled straight back. Outlaws still says 0 under their name, so Gordo, after that first inning, has really, really settled in. It was actually 3 walks and a hit by pitch. My apologies.
Yeah. I was talking to Jace about this in the first game. He brought up superstition. And I told him, there's nothing as a broadcaster, there's nothing I can do, nothing I can't throw a ball, I can't hit a ball, I can't catch a ball.
As Jackson Osborne's going to eliminate that talk right there with a line drive single down the first base line. As now we don't have to talk anymore about how we're going to jinx a no-hitter. As maybe that was kind of the goal, because we are an Evanston broadcast. If that was my point and I was trying to do that, I definitely would have said something by now. There's no way I would have let that slide.
You know, but like I said, there's nothing I could do or say to affect what happens on the field. And I've made that known many, many times going up through my 14 years of working in minor league baseball. I learned that on a day-in, day-out basis that I could not, nothing I could do would ever change whatever happens on the field.
First pitch swinging from Breckenridge. Swings through it for a strike. 0-1 as we have a courtesy runner on first base. The one thing about these black Outlaws jerseys, I like them. A little hard to see the numbers from afar, as we'll get you that courtesy runner here in a second. But runner on first, Breckenridge at the plate. Outlaws looking to push across the run here, tied 0-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Gordo comes set. The pitch misses high for a ball, 1-1. That courtesy runner is Josh Moyo.
Our broadcast position is basically on top of one of 2 kitchens here at the ballpark. Not if you can hear it, but somebody's banging pots and pans down there. It's like if there's a bear loose in the kitchen just trying to rummage through anything to find something to eat.
Hey, work is getting done down there, Dan, and it's good work, too. The food has been delicious here. The 1-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball above the shoulders there, 1-2. As Breckenridge has to force Moyo to get the, or not Moyo, excuse me, has to fish Gordo to get that pitch down because that's going to be impossible to hit.
So that's the other thing. If you throw enough strikes, even if it's up in the zone, if you get a called strike, all of a sudden batters have to start going after them because the umpires are going to call them strikes.
1-2, swung on, fouled straight back over the Union broadcast booth. As that one's going to skip across the road. Probably never to be seen again, as there's a little rushing river that goes from, well, I was going to say from left to right. That's bad radio, but there's a rushing river over there that if a ball gets into it, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Plus, it's not going to be worth fishing
yeah, right.
out anyway.
That's probably true.
It's not like a golf ball.
Here comes with a 1-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball in the center. Haslam started in, but he's going to go back. Retreats to make the play for out number 2. How'd you know those are the type of golf balls I use? Best golf ball is free.
That's it.
It doesn't matter what I do. That thing's going somewhere. Not the fairway, but somewhere. This will bring up Tyson Bateman. Runner on first, 2 down in the inning.
You're like Kramer taking that bag full of Titleist and heading down to the beach.
First pitch swinging from Bateman, 0-1. I always thought it'd be kind of fun to be on one of those bigger boats and just drive golf balls off the boat into the ocean. Oh, that'd be so cool. Maybe it's because I have a boat if that happens, but, you know, it always seems like it'd be kind of fun.
Maybe you could be lucky enough to hit a hole-in-one into a whale like like Kramer.
I'd have to retire. If I did that, retiring. Pick off to first. Moyo back in time. Gordo comes set. Delivers the 0-1. Swung on, fouled straight back as you can hear a clang. As that one sounds like it caught metal down below us. 0-2.
Not to change the subject, but I heard Jerry Seinfeld talking recently about that marine biologist episode of the Seinfeld show.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not have that speech until 2 a.m. that morning that they shot that scene.
So that pitch swung on and missed for a strike. as that is another strikeout for Gordo, as that'll do it for us here in the top of the 4th inning. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 4th after this.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth. Everything else is just wireless as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 0-0 on the Modern Woodmen of America scoreboard as Walker Wilson back to the mound for his 4th inning of work. First pitch, breaking ball, misses outside, 1-0. Like to let you know that on this day in history, in 1948, the great Bambino, Babe Ruth, has his number 3 retired in front of his 1923 Yankees teammates at Yankee Stadium. As that pitch misses outside, 2-0. As Babe Ruth, his number is obviously retired for the Yankees. Why wouldn't it be? One of the greatest players ever. But could you imagine being Babe Ruth and getting to retire your number as that pitch drilled in the left center field? Ryder Wilson on the move, makes a fine running grab out in the left center field gap as he helps his brother out right there. One down in the inning, just a loud out there as a pretty good swing off the bat for Tragan Mortensen.
That's the other thing that staying aggressive as a pitcher will do for you, is it keeps your fielders in the game and more on their toes, or they don't sit back and just watch you throw ball after ball after ball. If there is a ball that's hit like that one, Ryder Wilson got on his horse and got after it because he was very much into the game and not lulled to sleep by continuous walks.
First pitch to Mace Mortensen, misses outside. He grounded out to third his first time up.
Like the first game that we had here this morning, the Pocatello Rebels, they walked 10 guys in the game.
Swing and a miss on a fastball below the zone, 1-1.
They lost 9-3. Not only did they walk 10 guys, the pitchers hit 3 others. So they gave away 13 guys on base in the game.
Wilson comes set to 1-1. Swinging a ground ball right back to Walker Wilson. He'll field, make his way over to first, flip it to Braxton Bauer for out number 2. As 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As that is now officially 8 in a row set down by Walker Wilson.
He's on a roll. He's got it going.
No, and I think when we look back at the end of the year, if Walker Wilson continues to improve the way he has throughout the year, we're going to look at that last weekend, and, you know, that's where he really found himself, I think, on the mound as that pitch misses outside, 1-0. Because sometimes I feel like you don't really get into a rhythm in American Legion baseball till about June, especially in Wyoming with all the weather and the delays. The 1-0 misses low, 2-0.
Well, I mean, it's hard because generally the players don't be able to even get out and get on the field until sometime in probably, mid-May maybe, if they're lucky. And so by the time June, July rolls around, they're just now rounding into shape. If you're a pitcher, you've finally got enough innings on your arm to where your arm's stretched out.
3-0 to the batter, Jace Luan, as that last pitch misses low.
You know, it's like a guy asking a guy to step in May or June when he hasn't had any spring training.
That pitch is on the inside corner, 3-1. And, you know, you can see in the majors, Jordan Montgomery was stellar last year for the Yankees. Didn't get a spring training. He's been terrible for the Diamondbacks. The 3-1 pitch was below the zone, and they're going to appeal down to first. He did go 3-2. As Walker Wilson battles back. Luan grounded out to second his first time up. As Walker comes set. The payoff pitch. Misses low as he loses him there. 2-out walk. Brings up Easton Holloway. He walked his first time up. And if there's going to be one thing that you'd be a little bit critical about, and this is kind of splitting hairs because he's been able to pitch around it, but that's his third walk, and we're not even through 4 innings. So Wilson comes set. First pitch to Holloway. Misses high, ball 1.
Yeah, but look at the scorebook. After he's given up a walk, what's he done to the next hitter?
Punch out, and, well, we'll see.
I think he's always come back aggressive after he's given up a walk.
Comes set, the 1-0 runner goes. Pitch misses outside, the throw down to second in time, and they got him on the head with a tag as Jackson Osborne guns out the runner. That'll do it for us here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We move to the top of the 5th. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Jaden Windley, Damian Common, Ryder Wilson, the 8-9 one-hitters due up when we come back.
When you're looking for great deals on a vehicle, you'll find them at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston. With 2 locations to serve you, let your adventure start here. Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston, legend driven.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelos has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelos also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelos is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelos Auto Farm Service.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth as we work our way to the top of the 5th inning. 0-0 on the Modern Woodmen of America scoreboard as this pitching duel continues. Gordo back to the mound for his 5th inning of work, and why not? He's allowed 1 hit so far in the contest. This brings up Jaden Windley. 0 for 1. He punched out his first time up. First pitch strike perfectly down at the knees out on the outside corner. 0-1. It's a tough way to start an at-bat if you're Jaden Windley. It's a perfect way to start an inning on the mound. Next pitch misses low. 1-1. As Gordo has been tremendous in this ball game. That pitch fouled straight back and out of play. 1-2. We've talked about how good Walker Wilson's been. You have to say the same thing for Gordo on the mound for Madison. Both pitchers have been tremendous here in this game. The pitch, breaking ball misses inside as Windley had to duck out of the way of that one. 2-2. Gordo into the windup, kicks, delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss on that nasty breaking ball that started on the plate, breaks off the plate outside as that's strikeout number 8 in the contest for Elise Gordo. It'll bring up Damian Common, flew out to right field. It's first time up. Common makes his way to the plate. Took a look down that third base line in case he thought about bunting. The first pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. As that's the same pitch that Windley just struck out on. Starts on the middle of the plate and just breaks off the table. 0-1. It's Gordo into the windup. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Went right back to the breaking ball. As that one starts at about the thighs, breaks into the dirt. You have to imagine Damian Common's probably going to see that bender again. Maybe a high fastball, then the bender, but he's going to see it one more time this at bat. Quick pitch goes with a fastball. Instead, does it with the fastball, as that's a fastball at the thighs for strike 3. That brings up Ryder Wilson. 0 for 1, walked his first time up. Grounded out to third in the third inning. It's punch out number 9 for Gordo. Wind up. Kicks, deals, first pitch to Wilson. Starts him off that breaking ball outside, 1-0. The Outlaws hitters go to school on that. It's 3 straight batters that he started with the curveball. Not afraid to throw that first pitch. Wind up the 1-0. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line that is slicing just foul by about 1.5 feet. Ryder Wilson gave the go down that right field line. Would have been interesting to see with his wheels where he would have ended up. Instead, it's just a long strike. 1-1 the count, 2 out. Top of the 5th inning. Into the windup, the pitch. The strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Wilson will step back into the box. The motion, the pitch. Swing and a miss as he strikes out the side, as that strikeouts 8, 9, and 10 in the game for Elise Gordo as he's continuing to dominate. As it's Walker Wilson's turn on the mound when we come back. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. When we come back, we will have 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for Madison.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
In the past, when you needed a crown, it took multiple appointments and a mouthful of goop to create a mold of your teeth. Those days are gone. Bear River Dental has equipment that gets your crown done in one appointment.
So this is the scanner for our same-day crowns, and as you can see, we go through, we scan it, and then we're able to design exactly what your crown's going to look like, and then we send that to the mill, and it's going to cut it out. It's going to look just like it's shown on the screen.
The same-day crown machine builds your new crown for a perfect fit. Same-day crowns are one of the many services offered at Bear River Dental in Evanston. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. Listening in on 99.1 The Big Dog as well. This is all part of My Local Radio Sports Network as the Outlaws are at the Pocatello Woodbat Classic here in Pocatello, Idaho. Walker Wilson on the mound as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Holloway, Nielsen, Nowak. As Dan asked the trivia question last inning when Walker Wilson's on the mound, what has Walker Wilson done after walking a batter? We'll see what he does here, as technically he delivered a pitch and a caught stealing happened as Jackson Osborne gunned out the runner to end the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch misses low. Ball 1. The wind, the deal. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Walker Wilson comes set, delivers the pitch. It's in the turf, 2-1. So an opportunity here for Walker Wilson. Get back in the count. As he's been phenomenal today. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball in the outer third. For a strike. 2-2 the count. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch. Swung on, popped up, left side. As Walker Wilson calls off Breckenridge as they tumble over each other. They laugh about it, but Walker Wilson puts it away for the good old-fashioned Dan P1.
The pop out.
That brings up Nielsen. He struck out his first time up. One of only 3 strikeout victims thus far for Walker Wilson. He's done it a little bit more. He's done it in a different way than Gordo has. Walker Wilson relying on the Outlaws defense. The first pitch misses outside, ball 1. And it's been a tremendous morning for baseball heading into an afternoon. This game started at 10:23. We're just barely an hour into this one. That pitch misses low, 2-0. Already in the bottom of the 5th inning. Walker comes set. Kicks and delivers a 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses high, 3-0. Now if you're Walker Wilson, deep breath. Just trust your stuff. You can get back into this count. Comes set, the 3-0 pitch. Misses low, ball 4. As he issues his 4th walk of the contest, that'll bring up Russell Nowak. He struck out his first time up.
That's all right. You walked a batter. Now come back just like each time you did with the first 3. Come back aggressive and get the next guy.
Yeah, so he's gotten a strikeout and a pop out, or 2 strikeouts and a pop out after his first 3 walks. A little help from Jackson Osborne last inning. It's the pitch. Misses outside, 0-1, or 1-0, excuse me. Wilson comes set, checks that runner at first. The 1-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. He's going to climb back onto that rubber, wasting very little time in between pitches on both sides. So when you're feeling it, you want to get on that mound, you want to throw the 1-1. Misses down and away, 2-1. One out in the inning. Runner on first. That's Nielsen. Comes set, the 2-1. Strike delivered perfectly down and away at the knees on the outside corner, 2-2.
Great pitch. He swings at that. He rolls over on it, hits into an inning double play.
If you're Walker Wilson, you go right back to that spot.
Absolutely.
Here comes the 2-2. He did that. It's a good job at the plate by Nowak just to foul that one off to live to fight another pitch. Wilson peers in, gets the sign, comes set, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with the off-speed pitch there for out number 2.
I was about to say, now I come back with my best breaking pitch or anything other than a fastball. But whatever you can throw the best. That's exactly what he did, that curveball in the inside half.
Walker Wilson, that's his 4th strikeout of the day. 2 down in the inning. That brings up the top of the order in Josh Haslam. Lined out to short, grounded out to short. Pitch in the dirt. Nice stop behind the plate by Osborne, 1-0. It's been a much different day behind the plate for Osborne today, as yesterday was kind of a long grind. Had to work, had to block a lot of pitches in the dirt. Walker Wilson seems to be in control right now. It's been an easier day for Jackson behind the dish. The 1-0. Runner goes. The throw is not in time as Windley kind of took a path to the outside of the base, wasn't able to corral it before putting the tag on. 1-1.
Yeah, the tail to the shortstop side of the bag. He had to come across the bag to catch it and then try to come back with a tag, and he couldn't get it.
Oh, Wilson looks on. Haslam opportunity to open the scoring here. The pitch, swinging a ground ball to short. Gavin Oliver fields. Fires it across the infield for out number 3 as the pitching duel continues into the top of the 6th inning. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Walker Wilson, Gavin Oliver, Braxton Bauer due up in the top half of the 6th inning when we come back.
What is Uinta BOCES number 1? It's your community college to pursue your degree or certificate. It's high school equivalency. It's CPR and other workforce training. It's cooking and computer classes. It's 3D printers, vinyl cutters, and other free tools. We're many different things to many different people, meeting the education needs of the place we call home. So what is Uinta BOCES number 1? That's for you to decide. Come see us today and let us help you make your educational dreams come true.
The tires you drive on matter. Tire quality and condition affect overall safety and how your vehicle performs. Having the right air pressure in your tires even affects gas mileage. Don't trust your tires to just anybody. Choose Freeway Tire to handle all your vehicle maintenance, including regular tire checks and rotation. When it comes to your vehicle, choose the team that really knows tires. Freeway Tire in Evanston. Stop in today.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth in the middle of First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Pocatello Woodbat Classic featuring the Evanston Outlaws and Madison here from Pocatello. I'm Aaron Poling, that's Dan Hubbard. And Dan, we have been treated to a great game so far between these two teams. A pitcher's duel has ensued between Walker Wilson and Elise Gordo.
Well, it's a pitcher's duel, yes, but it's a great game because defensively behind the pitchers, they're making all the plays.
Walker Wilson squared to bunt. The official, well, in the MLB, that'd be reset the pitch clock. But I'm fairly certain that Walker Wilson bunted through that one, 0-1. The pitch misses outside, 1-1. I like that idea, though, from Walker trying to bunt to get on. Third baseman was back a little deeper than he was now.
Yeah, they settle into their locations and try to do something, give it a different look somehow.
That pitch misses down low, 2-1. Top of the sixth inning. This game started at 10:30. Or excuse me, this game technically started at 10:23, scheduled for 10:30. 11:38 right now. I'm sure the tournament directors love this. The 2-1, swing and a miss at a fastball in the outside corner, 2-2. Nicely done there from Gordo.
Not only is the game scoreless, but is the scoreboard correct that each side has only one hit?
That is absolutely correct. Wind up the pitch. So that misses inside, 3-2. As Gordo, the last couple times he's gotten to 2 strikes when he wants to throw that fastball. He doesn't kick the leg. For the Outlaws, you kind of start to pick up on that as we haven't seen the breaking ball from that look yet. Winds up the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted down the right field line. The first baseman Johnson gives chase and makes a fine over-the-shoulder catch for out number 1. We've seen a couple of really nice plays defensively from both sides. You think of Ryder Wilson's catch in the left center field gap. That play right there, that's a lot harder than you think it is, trying to go back, track the ball that's behind you, and make the play. This will bring up Gavin Oliver. Hit by a pitch his first time up, grounded out to the pitcher in the third. First pitch of the at-bat, low, ball 1. Gordo wasting very little time back on the mound. The 1-0. Swung on, fouled straight back, 1-1. Gavin Oliver steps back in. Gordo back on top of the mound. Into the windup, kicks and deals. The pitch. Swing and a miss, that breaking ball below the zone. It's been nasty today, 1-2. Gordo back on the mound. Ready to go. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. It's going to be a tough play for Luan as he's not able to make it. We'll see how they ruled that one, but that would have been a tough play regardless.
Yeah, that should be a hit, trying to go back and backhand it in the hole like that, but they gave him an error.
I'm going to give him a hit. That might be a little bit of a hometown scorebook, but my book doesn't really matter. Neither does the scoreboard here, but what does matter is the Outlaws have a runner on first, 1 out, Braxton Bauer at the plate. Gordo comes set. First pitch to Bauer. Breaking ball outside. That's a good take. 1-0.
This could be the biggest at-bat of the game right here. Bauer with enough power to hit it, find a gap someplace with only 1 out. He could turn one around and really get the base runners moving around the bases.
The 1-0. That misses low and outside, 2-0.
I think Gordo has that same idea as he's trying to stay away from him.
On deck is Jackson Osborne. He's got a hit and a walk in this game. He's 1 for 1. Oliver on first. The pitch to Bauer as he tried to tattoo that 2-0 fastball, 2-1, as he wanted the runners to take a trot around the base paths of that swing. Bauer will step back into the box. Oliver on first. Gordo comes set. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, lifted down the right field line, slicing foul. As Max Tate will play that one, the bullpen protector down there, down the right field line. You got to imagine his two players playing catch. Because if you can, I imagine Walker Wilson's going to take this one as far as he can. Gordo's going to pick off to first. Oliver back in time. 2-2 the count. 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. Gavin Oliver on first after the infield single. Comes set. Delivers the pitch. Breaking ball. Misses high. The runner goes. The throw. Not in time as Gavin Oliver has himself a stolen base. They're going to call it strike 3 at the plate. As Bauer strikes out there. That is the 12th punch out by my count for Gordo. But runner in scoring position for Jackson Osborne, as now in the last couple of innings, each team's had a scoring threat. Let's see if Osborne can capitalize here. Gordo directing traffic as he's pushing his right fielder towards the first base line. That's where Osborne singled his last time up. Comes set. Delivers the pitch. Breaking ball. Called a strike, 0-1.
The shortstop for Madison trying to sneak back in behind the runner at second base, and it's really leaving the left side of the infield wide open.
Gordo comes set, checks the runner at second. The pitch misses low, gets away as Oliver's going to stay right there at second base. As that ball deflected towards the third baseline, makes it a shorter throw for the catcher. And Oliver, not wanting to risk that last out at third base, stays put. (1-1) to Osborne. Gordo comes set. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner, 1-2 with a nice breaking ball.
Inner half with a breaking ball, now go down and away with a fastball.
Gordo comes set, the 1-2. Misses low, this one gets away, and Oliver's going to be able to get to third base. 2-2 the count. Now, Dan, if anything skips away from the catcher, do you think you want to try to get into a foot race with Gavin Oliver and Gordo from the mound to home?
Well, at some point, depends on who the runner is, but at some point you got to take a chance. We're getting late in the game.
I think the Outlaws like their chances with Gavin Oliver, the 2-2 pitch. As it gets away, and the Outlaws are going to go on top 1-0. They say Osborne swung. He's going to run to first. He's got a sprint. No one's covering first, so he's going to get there. Okay, they didn't say that Osborne went. Oliver will score. That is one thing that is for sure that happened. It is 1-0 Outlaws on the wild pitch.
So they called it a ball. It's 3-2. But you're right. It is a wild pitch, and the run does score.
Here, manager Nick Small just letting the umpire know, just making sure it's an important run. As now Osborne will go to first on the walk. It's a great at-bat there from Jackson Osborne. He's still 1 for 1 in the contest. He's drawing a pair of walks. 1-0 Outlaws on the Modern Woodman of America scoreboard. Gavin Oliver scored on the wild pitch. As Osborne now on first. 2 down. This brings up Breckenridge. For the Outlaws, you probably want to tack on here. Courtesy runner for Osborne as that pitch is a strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Breckenridge is 0 for 2, struck out and fly out. Gordo comes set. The pitch, swing and a miss at the breaking ball outside of the zone, 0-2. Jackson Corbett, the courtesy runner for Osborne. Gordo is at 101 pitches right now. It's the one thing that happens sometimes when you punch out double digits, guys.
That's
is
right.
That pitch count gets elevated.
Yes, it does.
The 0-2 pitch misses low. Good stop behind the plate there by Mortensen. 1-2.
Left fielder for Madison playing well off the line over into the left center field gap. If Rich can hook one down the line, boy, they'll run for a while.
The motion. 1-2. Misses high. The runner goes. The throw down to second is not in time, as Corbett didn't slide, and I think not sliding there might have saved him from sliding into a tag, but he overran the bag, was able to get back. 2-2.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
In the past, when you needed a crown, it took multiple appointments and a mouthful of goop to create a mold of your teeth. Those days are gone. Bear River Dental has equipment that gets your crown done in one appointment.
So this is the scanner for our same-day crowns, and as you can see, we go through, we scan it, and then we're able to design exactly what your crown's going to look like, and then we send that to the mill, and it's going to cut it out. It's going to look just like it's shown on the screen.
The same-day crown machine builds your new crown for a perfect fit. Same-day crowns are one of the many services offered at Bear River Dental in Evanston. Call today to schedule an appointment.
So a pitching change here for Madison. Josh Lewin is the new pitcher, as Lewin rocks, comes home, and the first pitch is over for his, nope, it's up and in, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes, as Aaron is back.
Sorry about that.
With Josh Lewin on the mound after the pitching change. So Gordo leaves with a couple of men on base. He's already given up a run here in the inning. As the next pitch outside, called a strike that time. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, huge at bat here in the game for the Outlaws. 1-1 to the pinch hitter, Natoli. Comes set. The pitch. Breaking ball misses high, as Luan down falls behind. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Strike at the knees, 2-2. As Natoli kind of dipped his knees on that one, Do you think that kind of influences an umpire sometimes?
Maybe just a little bit, not as much as you think.
The pitch. Ooh, Firewood. Grounded back to the shortstop as that bat is unfortunately done for the tournament. As that'll do it for the threat. The Outlaws score 1. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. All a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote. 307-789-5202.
In the past, when you needed a crown, it took multiple appointments and a mouthful of goop to create a mold of your teeth. Those days are gone. Bear River Dental has equipment that gets your crown done in one appointment.
So this is the scanner for our same-day crowns, and as you can see, we go through, we scan it, and then we're able to design exactly what your crown's going to look like, and then we send that to the mill, and it's going to cut it out. It's going to look just like it's shown on the screen.
The same-day crown machine builds your new crown for a perfect fit. Same-day crowns are one of the many services offered at Bear River Dental in Evanston. Call today to schedule an appointment.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Franco.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. First pitch of a sixth inning of work. Walker Wilson misses low, ball 1. Wilson comes set, delivers. That one's popped up right side. Bauer giving chase as that is going to leave the field as the fence trembles in terror as Bauer goes running towards it. It's a good thing that the Outlaws dugout's letting him know where the fence is, just because Bauer colliding into that fence, we might not be able to play the rest of the tournament on this field. He's a big dude moving at a high speed. That pitch misses high, 2-1. And of course, we don't say that. We say that out of love for Braxton
Absolutely.
Bauer. He's a great kid, and he tried his heart out. So we know he'd run through a fence to make that play. Swinging a fly ball in the right field, that sends it totally back. That's down for a base hit. That's going to roll all the way to the wall.
That's going to be 3.
As that's Gordo hits the bag at second on his way to third. The throw not in time as Breckenridge has to relent the bag. Just like that, runner on third, nobody down for Madison here to start the bottom of the sixth inning.
Yeah, nice play by Gordo. Sliced one right along the line, and it's a long way for someone to go to get it, besides get it back in. And Gordo rather very fast, able to go get all the way to third base to lead off the inning.
And Gordo, the only player for this Madison team so far with a hit, as he's now got a triple and a single. This brings up Tanner Johnson. First pitch from Wilson is a ball. 1-0. Umpire went to fix his mask with his right hand. Made it almost look like a strike call there. Instead, it's 1-0. The pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, low, 2-0. For Walker Wilson, no need to panic. You're behind 2-0. Finds the outside corner, 2-1. But, you've pitched a pretty good game so far. You've only allowed 2 hits. Unfortunately, one of them standing on third. If you give up that run, it's not a big deal, because that's fouled straight back. 2-2.
Come back and challenge him when you need to. And good things happen. He hit it foul, but you know what? Now he's got 2 strikes. If you can get a punch out here, then Gordo can't come home.
As Wilson comes set, the pitch. Fastball misses high, 3-2. What would you like to see here on the 3-2 pitch?
I'd go back to the fastball.
As Wilson comes set, holds it to waist, delivers. Pitch is yanked as that gets by. Gordo's going to come home to score. We are tied at 1 on the Modern Woodman of America scoreboard. Just like that, Madison's tied this ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. It's kind of unfortunate for both pitchers that they've had one get away from them, and that's how both teams have managed to score their runs, but I don't think either team's going to apologize for it.
Wilson walking back to the mound. Now, this is an artificial surface mound, and you're not allowed to wear cleats out there. So he's walking back like he may have tweaked his back a little bit and slipped on the landing, which could have been why you tugged that pitch so badly.
Pitch misses, or excuse me, that's a strike, 0-1. To Tragan Mattinson, he's 0 for 2, struck out, fly out. Runner on first. Tied 1-1, nobody out here in the inning. Delivers. Breaking ball inside, 1-1. There's an opportunity here. You get a ground ball, get yourself out of a jam, clear the bases. As Wilson comes set. Delivers the 1-1 pitch. Misses low. Great stop there by Jackson Osborne behind the plate. If he's not able to knock that down, that means the go-ahead run moves into scoring position.
Absolutely.
Wilson is at 92 pitches.
The important thing to remember is there's still nobody out in the inning.
Comes set. Delivers the 1-1. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. It's a tremendous pitch there from Walker. 1-2 the count. Runner on first, nobody down. 1 run home in the inning as they have tied the ball game. So that pitch misses low. Good stop by Osborne, especially in this situation. If you're going to call a breaking ball low as a catcher, you have to go down there and get it as it's a full count.
You have to be available to stick your nose in the dirt and go ahead and block that pitch.
Comes set, delivers the pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. We'll reset and do it again. As Mattinson continues to battle. Wilson comes set, holds at the belt, delivers the pitch. That misses low, ball 4.
You see Nick Small, it looks like he's takes a couple of steps toward the mound, now stops, and you wonder exactly how much Walker has left in the tank.
Yeah, it's one of those things where do you want to let your pitcher go for it? I mean, he's got about 9 pitches left, so you're going to have to bring someone in eventually. The pitch, the batter squares the bunt, pulls back, strike called, 0-1.
Well, the fact that nobody's throwing in the pin at the moment kind of tips that off.
Wilson comes set, holds the belt, delivers the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball on the outside corner, 0-2. Once again, the pitch limit is 105, but if you start a batter before 105, you're allowed to continue that batter until the end. Wilson comes set, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a breaking ball below the zone for out number 1.
You know, he's thrown enough of those breaking pitches at 0-2 like that. There's a very good chance that the hitter was sitting on a breaking ball, and instead he got a fastball down and away, and couldn't make the adjustment to go get it.
5th punch out of the day to match the number on his back for Walker Wilson. First pitch swing and ground ball up the middle. Oliver bobbles, steps on the base for 1. As I think he tried to make the play before he had the ball, but did a good job of making sure he got the 6 unassisted force out for out number 2. That'll bring up Ethan Halliwell as he is 0 for 1, walked and popped out to the pitcher.
Don't forget, we've still got more games to come today. Up next, it's the Pocatello Razorbacks as they'll go up against Sugar City in a 1 p.m. start.
Wilson comes set, delivers the pitch. Fastball in the outside corner, 0-1. This big at bat here. It'll be interesting to see if they have the runner at first on the move. He goes. The pitch popped up right side. Braxton Bauer giving chase towards the fence as he appears to be all right. Someone should check on the fence as that one falls foul.
Took that shot in the chest. Boy, he ran into that fence like a bison trying to get loose.
Like we just mentioned, I think about 2 batters ago, Braxton Bauer had run through that fence to make the play, and he tried to there. Walker Wilson way ahead, 0-2. He's at 102 pitches. Comes set. Kicks, delivers the pitch. Swing and a floater out into left center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Ryder Wilson cuts it off in the gap, but not before Madison goes ahead 2-1 on the Modern Woodmen of America scoreboard.
And here he comes. Here comes Nick. So it's now 2-1 Madison, and that's going to be all.
It's an unfortunate ending for Walker Wilson as he was tremendous on the mound today for the Outlaws. As when we come back, we'll introduce you to the new pitcher. Actually, make sure that they're doing the pitching change first because Walker Wilson could technically throw one more batter. He's at 103, but Nick Small will take the ball. As when we come back, we'll have the new pitcher for you. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Anthony Natoli to the mound for the Outlaws. And what a start from Walker Wilson.
What an effort for Wilson. I mean, he leaves losing 2-1. He can only lose or have nothing to do with it, but what an effort today. Certainly that could be what a lot of people could look at as a changing point for this team this season, as they've kind of struggled on and off so far this year. But an effort like that turned in by Wilson could be the point where you could look at it and say, look, this is where this team turned the corner. This is where they matured as they got locked in a one-run game, scoreless through most of the game against a very good Madison team.
Yeah, and that's the key to this is, this is a lot different than throwing a no-hitter against Rollins. Nothing against Rollins. This is a very, very, very good Madison Bobcats team that he just took, to about the limit. Anthony Natoli will be the new pitcher on the mound for the Outlaws. Outlaws looking to get out of a first and third jam with with 2 outs, as Cam Nielsen will be the batter. First pitch from Natoli, runner goes. Misses low as they concede the bag. Makes it 1-0 the count. Runners on second and third. Nobody out in the inning. As Natoli comes set. Holds at the waist. The pitch. Misses high. 2-0. As that was Easton Holloway, who has the go-ahead single. He stands on second base right now. Natoli comes set, The pitch. Misses low, 3-0. Because you got to come right here. You don't want to walk. The bases loaded. On deck is Russell Nowak in the 9 spot. 3-0 pitch. Misses outside, ball 4.
So he walks the first batter that he sees on 4 pitches, and that will load the bases. But I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here as come out and talk to the umpire. The umpire 19 coming up. Looks like 19 is going to come up and pinch hit. I don't have the information in front of me. Actually, I do. It's in my phone.
Bases are loaded. After the walk, 2 runners on second and third. They both still belong to Wilson.
That's not. Yes, it is. That's what I want.
This is Morris to the plate. Toley looks in, gets the sign, comes set, holds it to waste. First pitch of the at-bat. It's low. Good stop behind the plate by Osborne, 1-0.
That's interesting. They have no 19 on their lineup card.
We do have the last name of Morris in Game Changer. Totally comes set. The pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. 1-1. Let's see if getting that first strike will settle Natoli down.
They only had 10 players at the beginning of the game, and I can see where they may have mistakenly not sure who they're going to have. But again, there's no Morris on their lineup card.
The pitch, swung on, popped up, straight back. 1-2 the count now. Outlaws trying to get out of this one, down by only a run. Due up for the Outlaws in the top of the 7th. It'll be Windley, Common, Ryder Wilson, the 8-9-1 hitters. The pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner as we'll head to the top of the 7th inning. Madison comes across to score 2 times as they take the lead 2-1 on the Modern Woodmen of America scoreboard. You're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Welcome back inside the Union broadcast booth. Everything else is just internet, as we're in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Outlaws Baseball online at mylocalradio.com, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network.
And today's game brought to you by Evergreen Financial Partners. When planning your financial future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners with offices in Pocatello and in Preston. And you can log on to their website to schedule your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. My apologies. I'm Apparently I bumped the camera again with our umbrella, trying to stay in the shade here on this sunny Thursday afternoon.
First pitch misses to Windley. Second pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Outlaws need base runners in the worst way. Pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 1-2. Windley 0 for 2. Wind up the pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And that's been a strike all day. Out number 1.
Yeah, he's that home plate umpire. He has called that outside edge at the knees and maybe just a couple inches off. He's, like you said, Aaron, he has called that all day very consistently.
That'll bring up Damian Common. First pitch swing and fouled straight back, 0-1. Common, if you get on base, give a top of the order a chance to bat with runners on. Also put some good speed on the base paths. Wind up, the 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to second. Nielsen Fields will fire across for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down here to start the top of the 7th inning. That'll leave it up to Ryder Wilson.
Outlaws down to the last out, and Wilson needs to get on and extend this game.
1 for 2 with a walk. There's Luan into the windup, the pitch. Just off the plate outside, 0-1. As Ryder steps back into the box. Wheels deals the 0-1. Or excuse me, the 1-0 misses outside, 2-0. Wind up. The pitch. Misses inside, 3-0. And, you know, usually the dugout screams weird after that. And you'd think if this is a time and a case for any player to purposely wear one, that would have been a time. But 3-0 the count. Ryder Wilson way ahead. The pitch. Misses outside. Ball 4 as Wilson draws the walk. That brings up Walker Wilson with 1 on. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning.
Tying runs on base. Let's keep the line moving. Let's keep getting guys on base. Let's move people around. The game's not over yet.
Outlaws down to their final out. Walker Wilson will step to the box. He's 0 for 3. Popped out to first his last time up. As you think they're going to have Ryder Wilson on first, you think they're going to put him in motion?
Well, there's only one out in the game, left in the game, but you need to move him up in the scoring position.
First pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Although I'm not sure you take the bat out of Walker's hands like that, because what will liable to happen is if you steal second base, they're going to put him on.
The 0-1, runner goes, swinging a foul straight back, 0-2. But just counterpoint to that, if they do decide to intentionally walk Walker Wilson, probably not an 0-2 count anymore. That would bring Gavin Oliver to the plate with 2 runners on, and he's one of your better hitters in the lineup as well. But 0-2, I don't think that's really going to matter. You don't really walk people with 2 strikes intentionally. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball above the zone, as that'll do it for us here from Halliwell Park in Pocatello, Idaho, as the Outlaws drop this one 2-1 on the Modern Woodman of America scoreboard. As you're watching a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Pocatello Woodbat Classic online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in at 99.1 The Big Dog, all a part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll be right back with a postgame show after this.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
The strategic plan for Uintah County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uintah County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Out here, we've always worked remote. Out here, stress usually refers to the pull on a rope. Where a stroll in the city is also a stroll in the great outdoors. Where work is a way of life, and life is good. Out here, the backyards are big, and the deals, they're even bigger. This is southwestern Wyoming, and it's where you can get the biggest deals on a vehicle you want with plenty of hometown hospitality. Heritage Auto, your hometown dealer with the biggest deals.
Life is made up of moments. We care about those moments as much as you do. We are Modern Woodmen, a fraternal financial services organization, member-owned, not stockholder-run. Since 1883, we've supported families, strengthened communities, and helped people reach their financial goals. From protection to saving to retirement planning, let us help you plan for those special moments in your life.
I just want to make sure internet was reconnecting, but Coach, what do you guys have to do to continue to build off of this game? Unfortunately, it wasn't a win, but it was much better baseball, and I think it's something you can really build off heading into the silver bracket coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we got to go out and, like I always say, fundamentals, right? Play good defense, throw strikes, and punch a few more runs than the other team across. That's what you got to do.
Awesome, Coach. Anything else?
I thank our sponsors, Grand Slam Club, Alliance Drilling Tools, Marathon Pipeline, VFW Post 4280, and Auxiliary, Porter's Fireworks, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Union Wireless, Tom's HVAC, Best Kind of Embroidery, Kazines, Ace Hardware, Evanston Regional Hospital, Western Wine Beverage, and Spire. Thank you, guys.
Awesome, Coach. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Good luck the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Of course. Now it is time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, 413 Front Street in Evanston, where fast meets fresh every single day. Get your gourmet sub at Jimmy John's today. As the Freaky Fast Recap for this one, Outlaws get on the board first in the top of the 6th inning before Madison scores 2 in the bottom of the 6th. That is the scoring in this one. Taking the win on the mound is the pitcher in relief. That is Drew Luan in 1 1/3 inning. Allowed no hits, no runs, walked 1, punched out 2. Gordo started this game for Madison, went 5 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 4 walks, and 11 Ks. And Dan, we talked about how great Walker Wilson was. At least Gordo was just as good.
Gordo was dealing. He was not only that, he got a lot of calls, but he put the ball in locations taking advantage of that strike low and away to right-handed hitters and ended up rolling up a dozen strikeouts, which was really made the difference in the game, where Evanston in the first part of the game had a hard time even putting the ball in play.
Yeah, we talked about that with manager Nick Spall about Walker Wilson. Gordo did the same thing, and that was just 2 pitchers being smart, taking advantage of what's being given to them. As we flip it over to the Evanston side, the losing pitcher is Walker Wilson with a tough luck loss, 5 2/3, allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, ended up walking 6 towards the end, punched out 5. As Natoli comes in relief, 0.1/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs. As I believe he did indeed as he did strike out 1. As that is the pitching stats for this game. Wilson loses, Luan wins. No save, as that will do it for our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, 413 Front Street in Evanston, where fast meets fresh every single day. Get your gourmet sub at Jimmy John's today, as it is time for our Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game. And Dan, kind of hard, but I think we have to give it to Ryder Wilson's nice play out in left center field. He chased that ball down in the gap, or else this could have been a whole different ball game.
It would have been. It would have really opened up that inning to a lot bigger, and he makes that play and cuts the ball off. And makes a great running catch over into the gap and kept not only that batter off the bases, but like you said, it could have been a much, much different inning.
It is time for your Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Everything is better with Pepsi. Who was better today? And I think we got to give it to Walker Wilson.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, he was nasty on the mound. He was very good for this Evanston Outlaws team. And like we talked about during the game, this could be a turning point going forward for the Outlaws pitching. If they can continue to find the zone, they're going to continue to get better as the season goes along. Ultimately, you'd love to win every game that you play, but it's really about building towards that state tournament at the end of the year. And if the Outlaws pitching continue to get better and better and better, that's a good sign.
Yeah, for the pitching staff, yes, but this is the kind of game that can also turn a whole team around and turn your season around. This is a statement game for these kids to show that, we can go out and we can compete with a big school. We may have lost 2-1, but we took them right down to the nubbin, and they had to get 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning to come back and take the lead and end up winning the game.
That is your Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Everything is better with Pepsi. Aaron Poling, Dan Hubbard, we want to thank you for joining us from Pocatello, as this has been such a fun event, and that was a lot of fun to bring to you that awesome baseball game with the Outlaws and the Madison Bobcats. Until next time, go Outlaws.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.